Okay. All right. Good morning, everybody, or good night, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to 215 Trades, the home of the 215 technique. It's your favorite chef of the day will be looking to see if we can get some pips cooked up on gold. Now, the only sad part about this is that it is in an uptrend from yesterday. And for those who are still holding the buys from yesterday, you should be up pretty nicely right now. And I genuinely didn't expect to see such tremendous movement as well. And look at DXY. DXY is only just consolidating. Only did break below this range once yesterday for a down move, and is now consolidating in this range right now. But gold is just phenomenal. All right. Good morning, Sylvia. Good morning, Ryan. Good morning, Nash. Welcome to the channels. How are you guys doing today? Right now, because what? Where's the 7 o'clock candle? 7 o'clock candle would be here. We have a point of interest at the top. We have the point, and this is one of the reasons why I don't like when gold is like at all time highs, man. Because it just the 215 technique is reduced, like it's reduced greatly. We need to have support at the top. We also need to have support at the bottom. If it's a case where price could like dive and come back into these areas, then we could possibly look to do it. But it's at the top. We can still do the zone and all of that, but we're still gonna have about 40 pips, no, well, 20 pip from the point of interest plus 15 pips for the 15-minute rejection. So that's gonna be like 35 pips. We're still gonna have 35 pip above the zone, above the point of interest here, that we still will be unsure of. But let's see still. We've never done that. I'm not interested in taking an entry 2 from these highs, because if you can look, let's go back to the 5-minute time frame. How many times did an entry 2 confirm, and how many times did those burn? Let's see. 1 here, burnt. 2 here, burnt as well. So not too interested in that. And overall, the momentum, as you can see, is extremely strong for the overall buy, because since we broke yesterday and that buy that we took from here, hold on, because we took the buy right there. No, actually, we took it from here. Actually, took that buy yesterday, and since that buy, once it made that down move here, it hasn't really come back as well. Yeah, it hasn't come back as well. Look at that. Look at that. That almost came back to break even where we had entered, but it didn't quite. Right, but we did catch that up move as well, and we did also catch an entry. Oh, wait a minute, that's not our move. Is that our move? Because I think this was our move. Yeah, right. This was our move. So we took 2 entries in this. Wow, that was such a. I didn't even realize that it did so much yesterday. Because when I came from the charts, I just came from the charts. But that's a massive up move. So you can definitely know for sure that the buying pressure is extremely strong. Extremely strong, man. That's crazy, man. So you really don't want to. I don't want to go against such heavy buying force, and there's so much space below, like in the 2,900 area, that hasn't been tested, but gold isn't looking as if it wants to go back there. That's over 500 120 pips up move, man. That's crazy. All because this man said tariffs yesterday. All because he said tariffs yesterday, it just triggered all of this move. But just the same, let's do it. I'm gonna do the 215 mark out the 205 zone at the tippy top, not looking for any entry twos, and then let's see just how it reacts and how it plays out. DXY still consolidating. Euro USD is going down as well. Yesterday, I don't know if you guys remembered, but on yesterday's stream I was making mention of that equity edge broker, right? So purchase an account with them yesterday, right? Purchase a 10K account with them yesterday just to see what the system is like. So I run it up to about $785 in profit, right? So I only needed like 205, but bear in mind that I wasn't trading like the 215 technique. What I was, it was just over leveraging just to see how well it will actually just work out. So I was full porting the account yesterday, got it up to 800, $800, $200 needed to pass the challenge. And then this morning I came on and then I full ported again, put in a big entry on it for a buy, but that didn't work out. So lovely. So we're now down back $400 in profit on that account. So I'm already at my daily limit. Well, I still have about $100 left on it, but I'm just gonna leave it for now. I'll try to pass it again on Monday, and then see, because I want to see, because they have such the profit, the what you call that, the fees for the accounts are so small. So I want to see what they are up to in a sense. So let's say if I pass it and let's say I get a payout, what's gonna happen if it's a case that they're not gonna give me that payout? Or maybe they're gonna say that I risk too much. Well, let's see. All the way, one way to find out, right? Because some of these brokers, I know that possibly it's definitely a scam. I know that, but I'm just doing it for the fun of it. Just let's see what they're going to do. All right, so let's go. Sell line. Still putting my zone here as well, because even if let's say we do get a test for a sell confirm, we can still eat some pips or some profits from that. So let's see. So for the buy line, well, interestingly enough, we always going to know where the buy line is, because it's always going to be 2 pips away, 20 pips away from that point of interest. So it's going to be 286 point. On that crazy up move, is there anyone who is still in a buy right now? Good morning, Mark. Welcome. Is there anyone who is in a position still right now? 738, and then that's going to be my buy line right there. All right, so this is going to be the 215 zone. Not because the price is going up now doesn't mean that we can't get like a sell-off as well, just the same with correct price action. All right, let's see. So that's the 215 zone. That's going to be my London 215 zone. It's now, what time is it? 7:10 a.m. as well. So it's going to be, I definitely know for sure still you're still in that buy from yesterday's signal. Is that right? So, well, 50-minute, we don't have one, so we're gonna have to estimate it at 1.5. So if I don't have any structure in the 15-minute time frame for a resistance, a rejection point, 15 pips is the ideal spot for it to be placed at. So that's what I'm going to be doing, because we're at all-time high. I'm just testing it. I'm going to be using 15 pips both on the below and also on the above as well. So this is going to be the 15-minute rejection line. I'm definitely going to have to be doing a retest versus doing a go on this as well. So let's measure up as well. So this will be estimated as well, because as we said, we don't have any structure above. Well, at least we know if it does actually come up in this direction and there's a retracement as well. At least we will then have something to target as well. 550, decent. That's nice. That's nice. That's nice. And it's still, I think it's still going to continue to go up. If you still have it now, I think it's still going to go up. Remember, guys, if you haven't yet dropped a like on the video, please ensure you go ahead and do so. Yesterday was a very good day. Very good day for those who were on stream yesterday. We caught 2 entries on stream. As well. A signal was sent in the overall Telegram group, which I'm guessing that's the one that we're still on right now. That hit overall TP of 100 plus pip and it's still going. If you had still held that position, then you should be up pretty nicely. All right. So let's see. So this is going to be the 215 zone. This is also going to be the 15-minute rejection on the buy side as well. So remember, still at all-time high, so anything in this region is going to be all new, just the same. But still, we would like to see price to break above the zone, pull back and do something like that for me to look to take another buy for it to continue higher. So let's see how that plays out. But if, let's say, it comes down though, we can still look for it to test, confirm some price action like that. Check it out with the yeah, so that would be an indicator for a little bit of a short. We do have some nice little range right here, so that's not a bad range for us to try to retest on. That's about an 80 pip, and if we take it to the bottom of that, that's about 120 pip drop as well. So let's see what's going on. Let's go back to the higher time frames, and I can identify. Wow, look at that. We don't have a 30-minute support in sight until all the way down here. If price continue to push up like this, I don't think I'm going to be having a very long stream today, because as you guys know, it's basically going against the 215 technique won't have much of a use for us if it continues to go like this. All right, so if 3088 is the 15-minute rejection, right? Knowing how we think most of the times, and we think logical as well sometimes, we tend to want to go to the next big number. So the next big number really would be 3,100. Wow, 3,100 would be the next big number. So from the point of interest not the point of interest actually, the 50-minute buy rejection line would be like 111 pip. Okay, and what's the from here? 6 pips. Let's move the target from there. Let's put it to actually 6 pip as well for the 30-minute support, because 30-minute resistance, sorry. So we need to bring it back down around here. So that's 394,387. 94. All-time highs, no strat in the world works at these levels. Just have to wait for some resistance to be created on the 1 hour. Yeah, fair enough, Ryan. Yeah, because no one has a clue or idea where things are going to go. On the 1 hour, well, yeah, we do have some structure here on the 1 hour time frame, but we're still at the peak here. So we would definitely still need some break and retest above, create some structure above, as well as it being created below as well. So let's see what is going to happen. I have a quick look at EU in the meantime as well. Can I find my 7 p.m. not 7 a.m. candle? Was this? Hold on, maybe a little bit more difficult for you to do it like that. So that's 7:05. That's 7 a.m. So this will be my 7 a.m. candle right here. So this would be my point of interest. Did it move a little bit? I'm not sure why did he not just do this morning when you were doing it? If you had, you would still be good on that account. All right, hold on. So oh, 7 pips. So this needs to be 7 pips for the need to be 7 pips above. Price is moving up pretty nicely as well. Let's look for the downside as well. Yeah, EU burnt me this morning, so not so enthused about it, but the good thing you have multiple accounts, so that's all right. So let's see. Sell line. All right, good. This is moving up already. What's DXY doing? Is DXY pumping down? Yeah, DXY is pumping down. Let's have a quick look at the high Kanashi. Well, it should have already been in that buy already from the rejection from the point of interest. By the looks of it. Yeah, but let's see how it reacts to that buy line as well. Still have 2 minutes in this candle, so it might actually push too far above that zone and maybe retrace. So let's see. All right, let's go to the higher time frame to identify. Ooh, that's a lot of traffic in this little area here. Yeah, quite rightly so. All right, so this would be the 30-minute support on the downside. And on the upside, it's going to be a little bit difficult for now for me to identify it with all of this interference going on here. So let me just have a quick look at the lines with market. You can see all of these hubba. But I think if I put it in this little region here, I think it will catch the wicks of these candles. Hold on. Yeah, it will catch the wicks of those candles. So might be the safest bet just to put it in a neutral spot just in here, as all of these candles still would reach and test that line. Let's see. Yeah. Alright, so I'll work with that as my 30-minute support. No, resistance, sorry. And then let's go to the 1 hour time frame, and I'll use let's use the top of this one. Does seem like a pretty strong sell area as well, that 1 hour support. Resistance. Why do I keep mixing it up? I didn't put an alert on any of my lines on gold. So let me put oh wait, don't I not? Oh, I deleted them. Okay. It's already pushing above 10 seconds, pretty high above the zone as well, too high above the zone, too high above that buy line. So let me just wait for possibly a retest of that range a little bit for me to take it. But we already basically missed that move because the price is now at that point of interest and was moving up a little bit already from here, so you should have already took the buy from here as well. So that was I was saying as well that because I'm still live testing trading these currencies, and there are like 3 entry models that I usually work with. So there's one where I can take the entry actually from the point of interest for either a buy or a sell, but it's still not fully confirmed in a sense of how I would do it and how I would explain it to you guys. But I tend to use the high Kanashi candles to help with that entry from the point of interest. And I wonder if that will actually work with gold. I've never tested it on gold though. But most of the times when I do it, it works. So there's either an entry at the point of interest, an entry from the buy line, or an entry from the sell line. And also maybe a reversal entry from either the not the 30-minute, but from the 1 hour resistance or support. Sometimes it rejects from the 30-minute, but most of the times it actually is from the 1 hour support or resistance. So let's look at the 4-hour time frame now, just to see what is going on the 4-hour time frame. So we do have this price right here. I'll just move that right there. So that's going to be the 4-hour support. Yeah, pretty high. That's 1 hour basically got it. So I'll just put it at this one. That's fine. And then also as well, because EU and DXY, they move in such unity, I tend to always use the DXY as a sense of confirmation as well, because if one is going up, the next one is going down, that kind of thing. Good morning, Henny TGIF. Indeed. Okay, I guess it's loaded. So looking at this now, what's going on? Price has broken above the buy line, pretty high above the buy line. So what ultimately, I don't want it anymore. What I'll prefer for it to do is to come back to that point of interest. If it comes back to my point of interest, then I'll wait for like for it to reverse, in a sense. So if it comes back to my point of interest, what's going to happen is it's going to be coming back with red candles. Right, once it comes back with red candles and it's back at the point of interest, that's at that point in time, then I would basically switch to the Heikin-Ashi and then wait for it to start to do a bit of a reversal, and then I go for it. Or I wait for a candle to test that point of interest, the next one to create a wick, and then continue higher as well. And I'll also use the DXY. So they just I can't really create a video on this just yet because there's so many theories that I'm testing on this, but so far it really has been good. So as soon as I master how to use it, how to trade the 215 on EU, then I'll do a video as I've done on gold for everyone to actually see. So it's continuing now, possibly maybe going all the way to that 1 hour resistance and all the way up. But let's see, I'll check back on that in an instance. If DXY is continuing to dump, then for sure this is going to continue to go up as well. And this is also one of the things that I use as well as a confirmation of the direction as well. Gold now is moving up, but as you guys know, at all-time highs again. Yeah. So guys, I for sure it's going to be a pretty boring stream today. I have to wait until in 35 minutes because that's the only thing I can do. So wait until London opens and see what London does. If London is going to try to drive the price down, or if they're going to just push it all the way up to some makeshift numbers. Because let's go back to the Asian session this morning and see what would have happened. All right, cool. So this was the Asian opening. Well, the New York close really. So let's see what would have happened if we were taking entries in the Asian 215 zone. So that would have been the Asian point of interest, because it's always best if you trade in Asia. It's always best if you do your markouts at 9 o'clock. So when the New York market close, right? That's where you put your point of interest. Okay. So that would be 9 o'clock London time, as you guys can see. So that was 9 o'clock on the 27th. That was yesterday. That's when the NY session closed. So you put that as your point of interest. Then you can basically mark out your entire charts from that, because the market isn't moving. So you know what's going on. Good morning, Mr. Evans. So that's the point of interest for the Asian session. Let's work it out. So if the Asian markout, if that was 3055, if my maths serve me correct, then that's going to be 57. And what's this? This is going to be 549 for the byline, right? All right, so we have the byline right there on a 5-minute time frame, and then 5-3. Would it be 5-3? Yeah, it'll be 5-3 there, but all right, whatever the case may be for the sell line. Now that would have been your 215 zone for the Asian session. However, we would have missed that entry, because if we were waiting for a retest, as you can see, yeah, it didn't pull back any at all. And even if we were going to go for a 215 go as well, you wouldn't take that entry, because this candle closed too far above from the zone. as well, unless you were using some other method of maybe looking at the high Kanashi candles to confirm the trend movement and to use that as an entry model. But in Asia, it would have ultimately left, because this would have been your 15-minute rejection, would it not? Let's go back to it. Yeah, you would still have that 15-minute rejection line over there as well. So yeah, it did confirm a buy in the Asian stream, in the Asian session, but just that we wouldn't have caught it. The 215 technique wouldn't have caught it because how aggressively the price had moved. Unless you had like a secondary strategy that you work with and you have a technique that you use, right? It could have helped you, but not in this case. Since it has been going up, there are quite a few times that entry twos were confirmed. However, gold totally just disregarded those entry two and just went on its jolly way. Price is bumping. Okay, so after I full ported the account and the buy earlier, it hit me out, and now look at that massive up move. But no worries, no worries. That is fine. All right, so let's see. Goal is doing that, and we still have 30 minutes until London opening. So if we can see possibly a test and a break of these areas, we're gonna retest of the zone. And if London tends to want to give us a downtrend, then that's okay as well. If price continues higher, if price continues higher for today, it's not going to be for the 215. Next week is going to be a little bit slow as well. Possibly if today ends on a high, if New York ends on a high, tomorrow next week is going to be a little bit slow. It's going to be very slow for the 215. So let's see, looking at the news, a lot of news already came out from other currencies like GBP and Euro and all of that. Wow, so much news came out for GBP as well. So that GBP chart may be looking pretty nice as now in comparison to the JPY. A lot of news coming out in 15 minutes for Euro. So it's all going to be low impact and one high impact news as well. You have it's raining. It's raining, so it's raining now. So well, I guess the news segment is going to be all around Euro all morning, so I guess we should be seeing like a lot of volatility on the Euro charts here today, because it's gonna be news every 15 minutes on this, on all the way till, wow, all the way till 12:30 my time. And then in London, we do have some high impact news coming out. So far, these news, I don't think these news are going to really do anything for the market, because gold is already doing its thing. So we have high impact news, personal income coming out, PCE price index coming out as well, personal spending, core price index coming out high, and these are all highs and mediums. So that's that's definitely going to be stirring up some market volatility as well. So yeah, so there's a lot. So there's going to be a lot of USD news coming out as well. Not as much as the euro, but it's definitely going to be a lot of news coming out. Prepare your garden for spring. All right, no problem at all, Celia. We shall see you again next week. Gold is crossing which line? All right, so we just got an alert on gold that gold has just tested that 50-minute sell side rejection as well. Not bad though, because that 50-minute sell side rejection actually aligns perfectly with that 5-minute support as well. On the high Kanashi side of things, it does look like it's a very clean sweep until it gets into this area right here. DXY is going down. And EU should be continuing its up move then. Yeah, I think it is going to, it's going to be a very slow day today. Really slow. So as I said, I'll just be on until about 8 o'clock just to see what happens in London, and then after that I will be off. All right, so gold has just tested that 15-minute rejection box and has just closed as well below the range as well. It is looking as if it's wanting to recheck. So let's see. Let's see if it's going to confirm a sell today. It's going to be a little bit unorthodox, because if it does confirm a sell, it's going to be going against this overall strong uptrend. But it's Friday, so if anyone is taking any entries today, I would say definitely for sure risk manage 100%. Yeah, I can actually just show that the sell pressure is still on right now on the gold. So it may actually do come lower. This is what I was saying as well. Usually price tend to reject mainly from the 1 hour versus a 30-minute resistance. Well, then again, you can argue the point that this may also be the 30-minute resistance versus this as well. Yeah, gold is still hovering below that 15-minute rejection spot. Hasn't pulled back to the 215 zone for me to confirm any entries just yet. It's 7:41 a.m. here in London. It's just raining outside a little bit, and also as well, we have a London opening in 19 minutes. So I just want to wait and see what's going to happen in that 19-minute for today. Okay, EU is almost back at the point of interest. I think there was some news that's supposed to. Oh, they're already out. All right, so we have 14 minutes until London Open. Price came close to the zone, hasn't closed inside or tested the zone for me to consider that as a proper retest. So price is now dumping down below the range. So if price actually does push down to these areas, I could be looking to take an entry too for a buy as well. Just that we do have the 30-minute resistance. Well, hold on. Let's go back to the 30-minute support, 30-minute time frame. So we do have, this is a 30-minute time frame. We have the top, we have the bottom, we have the bottom right there. So these three little spots could be areas of rejection as well. On the 1 hour time frame, what does it look like? It's still right there, but so it's all do is these three little points just the same. 4 hour, I don't think it's gonna show anything, and yeah, nothing on the 4 hour. So that's what it's looking like. So if prices comes down into these areas, we could possibly look to see if there's an entry to for a reversal on the buy at that point in time. Still pushing down to that point of interest. If we can get it down to that point of interest, and if it does confirm any signs of a reversal, and I can actually then I will try to see if I can get an entry for a buy possibly on it. But if it continues to break through that point of interest and continue down, then it would be more likely to be a sell. This is going up as well, so this should be still continuing to dump. All right, 10 minutes until London opens. Let's see what happens. Just marking this bit here. If it does confirm a sell. All right, 5 minutes until London opens. EU still going down to that POI. No signs of a reversal just yet on the Heikin-Ashi candles. If it breaks, still need us to look for that reversal. DXY is still continuing to rise. Okay, it's back at the point of ooh, but it's dumping, and it's dumping aggressively as well. There should be some news coming out in the EU in about 5 minutes or so, though. Then again, that's at London opening as well. So let's chill for a bit. So London opens in 5 minutes. Gold has also tested that 15-minute rejection, and well, it's still below it, so it still needs to confirm this movement where it needs to retrace back to the range, to the zone with a candle closure for me to look for a short. This would be a take profit area as well. Price did break below the 15-minute rejection and close below it as well, so that does show that if price was to do a sell, it may very well break it again and continue down. But we're at all-time highs right now, so it's like a 50 chance or even less, because we're in a pretty strong up movement right now, as you can see. So who to say that we will be getting a sell-off back into these regions here, and an entry to a buy would definitely make sense as well, because if we could get an entry to buy, let's say from the last one all the way back up to all-time highs, that's like 140 pip altogether in that one move. So really just need to wait for London just to open, see what London is doing, and then we could assess where we are at that point in time. But I believe it's going to be a very slow and boring day today as well, so I won't be doing a very long stream. We're at all-time highs again. The 215 technique is not at its full efficiency, if I can put it that way. So I don't want to fumble the ball, basically. We had a very good day yesterday as well, so we want to make sure we close off this week in green as well. So even if an entry is confirmed, I'm definitely going to be managing my risk on that one. All right, so price has just tested that point of interest. I still think it's going to come back down a little bit more. We still have 3 minutes until the news comes out. Looking at the Heiken Ashi, still no reversal just yet, but I'm just waiting just to see what's going to happen. Ideally, to see possibly if I could get just a quick scalp from a buy from these areas in a sense on that point of interest. So if your price comes back to that point of interest as it did here and then rejected, then that's why I want to see if I can capitalize on another move like that from there. So let's see what's going to happen. Waiting for prices to come back a little bit more closer down to that point of interest area, and then start to show some signs of reversal for it to go back up for me to then take a buy. But if it continues to break, then so be it. Very well, if it's a case where DXY is dumping while it's breaking and it closes above my buy line, then at that point in time I'll possibly be looking to take it to buy from the break above the zone. So let's see. And there's also news that is coming out, as I said, in 40. Oh, they've already come out. Oh, it's now 8 o'clock. So let's see if it's being priced in. Yeah, it's being priced in. You can see the massive up move now on EU. All right, so what London is doing, let's see. Oh, thank you very much for that, Sylvia. I really do appreciate that. See, still lurking around this area here. Remember, guys, if you haven't yet liked the stream as yet, please go ahead and do so. Thank you very much. All right, so I'm guessing, look at that massive move. It would have been the news that actually just came out that caused it to the EU to spring up like that. So it didn't quite catch to the small little bit of reversal that I would want it to do for me to take that entry for the buy on that one. Gold is dumping down just a little bit, but just to say we can still get that entry to buy from in these regions right here. So let's see. What's the XY doing? All right, so gold is coming down. So let's see if we can get a quick entry too in this region right here. And that's aggressive. Aggressive that is. All right, price is coming down to this entry 2 area here. See if we can get an entry 2 for a buy. I'd be more happy taking a buy than taking a sell though, because the buy would be going with the trend. So let's see. Sylvia. Oh my word. Wow, man, that's epic, man. That's epic. That's epic. Good morning, Leo. How are you? No, you're not late, Leo. You haven't really missed anything. We didn't get a sell. So we're just trying to see if we can get an entry to buy from these regions, really. All right, so price is now back at that point of interest. Let's see what's going to happen here. All right, so it's broken the first barrier at the second barrier now. All right, not a bad area for the buys on EU. It's weighed in now. Let's see. It's going to be a quick scalp though if I take an entry on EU though. So let's see. Remember guys, if you haven't yet liked the stream, please ensure you go ahead and do so. All right, so gold has broken this one as well. So let's see if it's going to be that one. Wow, that's a pretty... Oh, that doesn't look like it's going to stop anytime soon. Yeah, waiting for the next. If this candle closes green and then the next one creates a bottom wick and another one, then I will try for the buys on EU, targeting these areas, but only using a small stop loss on that one just to see if I can get a pace of that reversal. DXY is not really confirming whether it's going up or down right now. It's in a neutral little spot, so that means that this entry is not quite ready just yet. All right, so you can see the sells are continuing down. So that buy not no longer valid. So let's see how far it's going to dump down to. Gold right now, on the other hand, is on the third level. All right, so that's a first sign. So let's see if we can get an entry 2 for a buy from here. Oh, damn, no. That's not going to be it. That's not going to be it. All right, guys. So I'm actually going to call it a day today. Don't think I'm going to be getting any entries on gold. I'm just going to call it a week, actually, just throw in the towels. So if you are in a position right now, congrats to you, my friends. If you're still waiting, just wait. There shall be something that may come later on today for you. But on that note, guys, I'm going to leave it there for today, and I will see y'all again next week, same time, same place. All right, that will be all from me for now. You guys do enjoy the rest of your weekend and stay safe, my friends, and happy trading. All right, goodbye.